Understanding by Design is a curriculum model Lenape District has chosen to use. It's a backwards design model where you start with the end goal or the big ideas in mind, and you design the curriculum and the units based off of those end goals.
Historically, curriculum was written in a way that you would kind of pick a textbook. That would be the first step. And then from that textbook, you'd go down and say, okay, here are my chapters, here are my units. And from that, you design your lessons. When all of those lessons are done, then you say, okay, I guess I should give them some kind of test on all of this information. And then you kind of just hope that they've understood something from everything that you've just done. Understanding by Design takes and reverses that whole process, and it says from the get-go, what do we want those long-term understandings to be?
It's a way of thinking about the standards and the curriculum that we want to teach, not so much actually how to teach it, but designing the best way for the students to understand.
You have the understanding of what you want the students to learn in the course, and you kind of think about those ideas before you actually start putting pen to paper.
A very common question that teachers get is, when are we ever going to use this? And sometimes historically teachers have been frustrated or felt like students were arguing with that question, but that is a really valid question that teachers need to be able to answer. And the answer is not, you're going to use this on the next test. We need to be able to give them an answer to say, you're going to use this in the real world. This is something that mathematicians use, historians use. This is important information, and we need to make it have meaning to them. Because if this information doesn't have meaning to the students, they're not going to be able to connect with it, and they're not going to end up using it, and therefore it's going to be forgotten.
We needed to raise our standards and expectations for students, and in order to do that, we needed to raise our own standards and expectations, and UBD does that. This is a game plan. It's very precise. And I did write curriculum in the past before UBD for this district, and it is completely different at this point and so much better.
Understanding by Design is really about designing understanding to happen in the classroom and not just letting it happen by accident.
Understanding by Design has really changed the way we do things in the classroom and within the school. The curriculum model has encouraged teachers to have more buy-in to the curriculums and to what they're teaching.
So you have to identify that before you can truly identify the main character.
I hear the students in the hallway talking about the performance tasks that they're working on, and I know these are challenging assessments for them, but they really seem to enjoy doing them, and they're learning a lot more from it, and we're really helping them to retain the information past just what might be a test or a quiz 2 weeks later in their class.
When I was in high school in math, I think I did well in math, but I think I got through by just memorizing, recalling formulas, memorizing processes. I don't think I actually understood what I did or why I was doing it. There wasn't much real-world connection, and I don't think I was really asked to truly understand it and apply it.
This is kind of forcing teachers to really look deep within themselves to find, what do I really want my students to understand down the road about these subject areas. So it really has them taking a different look at how they view their curriculum to really kind of focus on what is ultimately important.